My name is Jake Hare, and this is my second year at Ozark. I didn't grow up in a Christian home, so by the time I reached about high school, college age, I was kind of, doing my own thing, and I was an athlete, so I hung out with that kind of crowd, and really struggled with authority, and I started getting into more of like the party scene and drinking and doing a lot of drugs around my junior year of college. And during that time as well, I actually attempted suicide because of it, and took a huge toll on me. So, how did I end up at Ozark? Well, obviously, drastically from going to rehab and that, I came out of that and I relapsed in the first couple days. And I had a buddy of mine. He called me and he's like, "Hey, I hear you're still kind of doing the same thing." He's a good friend of mine. He's a Christian. And he's like, "Hey, I want to bring you to church with me." I was like, "No, dude, I don't want to go." And he's like, "No, I'm coming." So he just showed up. And he took me to church with him. It was CCV out in San Dimas, California. And we go in, and I'm hungover, and I got a headache, and they're playing their loud music because it's California. And I sat down, and after worship was over, the preacher came out, and he was doing his thing, and he said something I'll never forget. He said, "You can either sit down and keep doing what you're doing, or you can stand up and do something with your life." And for some reason, that just really stuck with me, and I couldn't have ran up to the front faster. And it was like volunteer week in the church, so I volunteered, not being a Christian. I was like, "Hey, I need to volunteer, I need to do this." And so it was through, actually, what's really funny is through the relationship with that preacher, Jeff Vines. He actually, spoke into my life and said, "Hey, if you feel called into ministry," which I had told him, obviously, months later. He said, "You should check out some of these schools," and one of them was Ozark. And obviously, I was like, "Heck no, Joplin, Missouri, not gonna happen." But after a couple more conversations with him, I came to fall in love with it, and this is the only school I applied to. So once I got in, I knew that was God calling me here. What's next? What's after Ozark? Obviously, with the training that I've gotten here, I would love to kind of pursue a future in preaching. That's what I'm here for, to be a preacher. And one thing that's really stuck with me my whole life is when I was 12 years old, my birth mom, she sent me a Bible for my birthday, and I was like, "Sweet gift, Mom, like you couldn't give me like a skateboard or something." And I didn't know what it was. I didn't grow up, in the Christian realm, I guess. And that night I ended up looking through it, and I kind of fell upon this passage in Ezekiel 3, where God's telling Ezekiel, "Take this scroll, eat it, it'll be tasty to your mouth, and go and preach to the people of Israel." So that's how I know that I'm called to preach and teach. So after school, I would love to just keep building on those tools. And one possible thing I've been thinking about is going out to Central India Christian Mission with Ajay. I think that'd be a really cool place to start, just to utilize the knowledge that I've learned here and just get thrown into it. Ozark is giving me the training I'll need for whatever God has in store.